Come on, get happy. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Hey, it's Friday. Woo, thank God it's Friday. Friday, Friday, Friday. Turn off. Okay. Turn off. Sorry, my fan. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Lolo's Lounge and Wake and Bake with Lolo. I'm Lolo, as expected. Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. I hope everyone has a good weekend planned. Let's see. What am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to do it. Yay! Oh my God. You're like right here. You're like here before anybody usually gets here. Good morning, gal. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. I have a lot of bookmarks that you have shared with me. You got the notification? I never get notifications. I never get notifications. Ever. Ever. Oh, wait, we're not watching a Helsinki Commission on Belarus, for crying out loud. What do you think? Pour in the coffee, pour in the coffee. It's time to pour the coffee. It is time to pour the coffee. I'm drinking coffee out of my new Snoopy mug. I really love it. So many bookmarks. No, I haven't even gotten to that part. Hi, Iggy. Hi, beautiful. Let me check Signal. I should check Signal first. I don't know why I haven't been doing that, gal. That's literally what I should do, is check Signal and bye. Oh, man. Oh, man. What? Is that a picture of herself naked behind her? Yeah, it probably is. Oh my God. Oh, wait. Here we go. Yikes. Iguana. New step in the routine. Did you learn the new step in the routine yet? No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, let me see. It's a dose of dipshit. Sorry. I'm sorry I'm laughing so much. Okay, hold on. Let me show you this. Oh man, I can't. I know it's really nothing's funny, so I get that. Okay, let me show you this. God. It's not big enough, but you'll get the point. Oh, come on. It's like, pushing. I'm pushing. Okay, here we go. Hi, Kathy. Oh, Kathy, I didn't even pour in the coffee. I'm pouring the coffee. Titty, bang, bang. Secretary of the Navy spouse. She's got titties. She's got titties and she's not afraid to use them. Okay, that's right. Little titty banging. No laughing aloud. I had to tell my kids that at their grandma's house. I know. Oh my God. Hi, Neil. I'm on the road, but checking in. Hope all is well in the lounge. It is. Well, yeah, it's as good as it can be expected. I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard already. And it's 4 minutes in. Remember, too, she has a giant of a giant turn or personal massager. I can't. All right, all right, all right. Secretary of Defense Defense. That's 2 Ds for an extra dose of dipshit. Turd, I got it. Diet turd. Oh my God. Charlie Kirk says President Trump reaffirms his support for Pete Hegseth, saying he'll be a fantastic, high energy Secretary of Defense and a winner. Easily. Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth is doing very well. Pete Hegseth is doing very well. His support is strong and deep, much more so than the fake news would have you believe. He was a great student. Princeton, Harvard educated. Upgrade ED for extra dose of pimpin'. With a military state of mind, he will be fantastic. High energy. Let me say it again. He's high energy. Secretary of Defense Defense. One who leads with charisma and skill. Pete is a winner. And there is nothing that can be done to change that. Oh, watch us. Oh my God. He's a fucking date raper. Get the fuck out. My God. Yeah, we need more date rapers in the government. That's a great idea. Jesus. Stupid. 2 Ds for an extra dose of dipshit. Upgrade for an extra dose. That's 2 Ds for an extra dose of dipshit. I love it. Strong and deep. I bet it is strong and deep. Mm. Sorry. Oh, God. Hi, butterflies. Hi, Neil. Hi, Iggy. Hi, Gal. Hi, Kathy. If I missed anyone, I'm so very sorry. Good morning. Welcome. Wow, what a great way to start off the morning with strong and deep. Strong and deep into Pete Hegseth. Ooh. Ew. Ew. I do want to show one of these pictures. I'm kind of tempted. I might not though. I like her hair. What's she doing with her hair? Oh, those are in curlers. Oh, they're in curlers. Okay. What is that? Is that is she holding a doll? Can I show this picture? I think I'm gonna show this picture. I want to. I'm gonna copy image. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get this image to show up. I'm not sure. Damn it! I don't think I can. Oh fuck. All right, that's fine. Cover the nip. Cover the nip. Cover the nip. Easily and hard. I replied and tagged you in Signal for the turd dildo. Oh, good, because I missed that one. Here we go. Oh my God. What the hell is that? Is that a 35,000 pound turd? She owns this piece of art. Oh my God. I can't. I can't show it because it's too much. It's too many personal details on it. Hold on. Let's see. I wonder. Why won't it let me paste in a fucking web browser? Good morning, Paulina. I'll send the one with the nip cover. You don't need to send the one with the nip covered. I need one without our names on it. That's what I need. I need a picture without our names. That's his wife? Really? Oh, no. Okay, Amy Phelan. For some reason I thought Amy Phelan was Gal. I'm DMing you. I'm useless when it comes to this. Okay. Yeah, that's not Pete Hegseth's wife though. She owns a piece of art. This piece of art is crazy. Where are you DMing me? I don't even know where you're DMing. Are you DMing me on Signal? Oh my God, we're so funny. Everyone must see this. I agree. Let me. I can. Let's see. Where did you DM me? Did you DM me on Twitter? Oh, why don't I have that up there? Sorry. Hold on. I'm coming. Here I come. No, you didn't do it there. Who was never in the Navy or military? Yeah, what? You sent in signal crop. Okay, good. I got it. Now I got it. Thank you. All right, I can, how can I do this? Oh, I know. Here we go. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, I figured, I kind of, no, I didn't figure it out. Fuck! Okay, hold on, everybody. Just hold on. Hold on. I'm going to figure this out. Why don't you download it? Okay, I'll download it. That's a great idea. Why don't I download it? Okay. Why don't you download it? Okay. Here we go. It's gonna be worth it. No, I mean it might not be worth it, but it's pretty cute. Who is this person? She a donor? Is she she's obviously an operative-y kind of person. MAGA donor. We're gonna call her donor. You're a donor. You're a donor, lady. Okay, there she is. There she is. She's got, what is this thing in the picture behind her? Wait, we've got to make it bigger. Oh man, can I make it any bigger? Wait, I just want to make this part a lot bigger. Like what is she holding in that picture? What is she holding in that picture? Wife of John Fellon. Oh, nominee for Secretary of Navy. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. Turd dildo. No, you missed that. I haven't done that one yet. I'll do that one next. But this is the Secretary of the Navy potential this is his wife. And she has a picture of her holding what I think is like a maimed doll. I think she's holding a maimed doll in a bathtub and maybe part of her face is melted. I don't really get it. Is that art? No. She just fell in the shower? Yeah, exactly. Her life alert. Because she just fell in the shower. That's terrible. I want to see if I can get the other one, though. I want the, I need the turd photo. Hold on. I think I can download it and show it without all our personal identifying information. Okay, wait, hold on, because I'll use it to show you the large art penis she has. She has an art penis. Oh, wait. Is that it? Is that it? Oh yeah, that is it. Okay, now this is the rack with the Grand Hogback Ridge in the distance. This particular series of work is always a large rock that is sourced from the earth, in which it will be installed and mounted on a steel plinth to reflect the area around it. Phelan says of the granite piece, which weighs 35,000 pounds and required 2 cranes to construct. Oh, but it's better. Wait, why is my picture not showing? Oh, I see. I'm not on it. Sorry. This is her. Does she have this outside her house? I know. If conservatives would start being conservative again. She's saving water. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a steel thing with a rock on top. I wonder how much she paid for that. I don't know. I'm just saying. I wonder how much she paid for that. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of which, speaking of Trump's nominees, Giant plug. Easily. That doll looks like the Monopoly Man. I swear. It's probably like, you know how they had like Peapod people where you had like a partially formed version of yourself? Oh, God, sorry. Yeah, I can. Thank you. Of course. Can you do this, please? Yeah. How about that? That's a little better. Hey, Paul J. What the hell was that? That's the wife of the Navy secretary, the incoming Navy secretary. What a great view. You know what would be better? A big poop lollipop sculpture that no one can So how much for the huge dildo statue? Look, honey. Look what I got for the backyard. And this is my new boyfriend, Diego, who made it. Yes, Carla, how are you feeling? Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I know, I just took a huge gulp of coffee. You know how your coffee gets like weirdness on the top of it? Is that just cream? I don't get that. I don't really get that. The giant tampon. It's a butt plug. It's a butt plug that won't actually like fall out. Okay, come on now. It protects your butthole. Everybody needs shit to protect their butthole, okay? Come on now. Oh my god. Okay, here she is. Well, here she is. Here she is. Here she is. The lady of the hour, the lady with the big butt plug statue. Whoa, she's got MAGA face. Oh my god, she's got MAGA face. This is from Clayberg. Clayberg the Ninja found this article. Carla, you're getting better? And also, I don't think Oren's here yet, but we need to check in with Oren and see how she's feeling too. But she might be delayed. But anyway, this woman is crazy. Amy Fallon. I've heard of this woman before. I feel like. Right. 11/2/24. That's right. Home in the Range. Look at me. Don't I look at Home on the Range? I look at Home on the Range, don't I? Look at my injectables. Wow, this is like some pretty good it's a pretty good facelift there, actually. She's got the typical facelift ears. Interesting. I'm going to reject them all. I don't want any of your cookies. Don't give me your cookies. All right, so this is 11/12/2024 from the Windy Drive-In along ridges at 8,500 feet. Big rack. No, 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 no. She didn't name her fucking ranch Big Rack. Oh my god. Eat the rich. Eat the fucking rich. Yikes. Okay. Big Rack, Amy Phelan's, Felon, or whatever her name is, 5,000 acre lodge in western Colorado looks like a classic ranch. One could assume its name refers to the large elk that reside in the sheltered valleys on the Felon's property, but inside it's pure Amy. The front door opens to a busty Richard Phillips nude over the hearth. It could have been a double meaning, she smirks. Growing up, I wanted to be a little bit of everything. A cowgirl, a cheerleader, and ultimately, just a good human being who spreads positivity and kindness. Always make someone's day. Amy and John Felon, who live between Palm Beach, London, and Colorado, found the former hunting ranch after searching 5 years for an inspiring summer property within a 2-hour drive from their home in Aspen. John is a chair of the board of the Aspen Art Museum, and Amy is a national council member there, as well as the Aspen Santa Fe Ballet and Anderson Ranch. They renovated several existing structures, including, guest houses. Ow, my foot itches. a gym, shooting ranges for rifles, pistols, and shotguns. They also built a ranch manager's house, a horse barn, and the lodge, the beating heart of Big Rack, into which they moved into 2019 into which they moved in 2019. In addition to sharing the land with the elk herd, their home is surrounded by ridges populated with mountain lions and bears. The felons also have horses, chickens, cats, and dogs, as well as 2 mini donkeys. Oh, so cute. I don't take care of them, though. Are you kidding me with these nails? My grandparents owned a small farm in East Texas, and I would spend a lot of time there with them, says Felon, a former professional cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys. My father is from West Texas and an original cowboy. He rode bulls. Oh, well, good for you. The ranch is a sanctuary, says Felon, a place where I can bring my friends together. It captures the essence of connection, being surrounded by nature's beauty. My mom loves having the whole family together and adores animals, so the ranch provides her a space to be her authentic self, which is a true Texas girl, explains Felon's daughter, Mackenzie. Mackenzie. Sorry. People name their daughter. If you have your daughter named Mackenzie, I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of that. I'm making fun of her. Friends who visit see that she is a spiritual person, secretly a cat lover. Why secretly? Is that naughty? I don't get it. A cat lover and likes to get down and dirty at the ranch. I think she was a cowboy in a past life. Is that your daughter? Wow. Is that your daughter? Are you sucking all the youth out of her at night? Are you sucking all her blood and adrenochrome at night? Oh my God, my eyes are watering. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't stop. I gotta stop laughing. All right. Oh God, that's it. Oh Jesus, there she is. Okay. What the hell? Look at this. This is like Hermes. That's a probably a $2,500 belt. This one's a Gucci. That's at least like $500. That's a $500 belt. And look at that. Look at that tumbler on her finger. I'm making awful pictures, so I will be sending via Twitter DM for you. It's a sacrifice. They killed her. They killed her for her youth. Is she alive? Kathy, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, okay, honey. You go ahead and lay down in the picture, and I'll sit up and look really pretty. Well, you know what's funny is she doesn't have a big rack, so I don't think it should be called Big Rack. Instead of killing the deer. Oh my God, she does look like a dead body. Okay. Rich people are not like us. That's so true. Oh boy. Okay. Amy's mother. A scripture by, oh, here we go. Here's the penis. A sculpture by Nobuo Sakine hovers over Big Rack with the Grand Hogback Ridge in the distance. This particular series of work is always a large rock that is sourced from the earth. Okay. Well, this seems so stupid. God. I mean, Jane, it's just absurd. It's absurdity is what it is. I mean, I don't mind a big rock on a thing, but this would just be like, why is this in front of this beautiful mountain range? Y'all's terrible. Yeah, well, we are kind of terrible. It's true. The ranch is a place to restore and relax and invite friends to do the same. But you know what I don't do? I don't hold hate spaces. That's what I don't do. Ba-dum-bum. The ranch is a place to restore and relax and invite friends to do the same. You really have to import your fun and create it, Felon says, of its uniquely remote nature. Well, I'll pass. Some evenings she lights a fire and summons her guests into a darkened parlor where she hands I'm sure this is what I'm about to make it way worse. Oh no, Cal. You really have to import your fun and create it. Helen says of its uniquely remote nature, some evenings she lights a fire and summons her guest into a darkened parlor where she hands out knives, knives and lube, and says, have fun. No. She hands out cowboy hats. That's it. And hosts ranch karaoke amid a spinning disco ball and light up speakers that blast Gloria, Gloria by Laura Branigan as she dances. Yeah, it's time for the sacrifice. It's time for the bloodletting. Carla, has anyone seen my butt plug? I last seen by the side of the lake. Where she hands everybody knives, lube, and an NDA. I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop laughing. No baby oil. That's right. No, she doesn't need baby oil. You're cowboys. Come on now. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Let's see. The felons left the property's abandoned 19th century log cabins, once occupied by shepherds, using the lower fields for raising sheep as they were. Some of my favorite moments at the ranch are the quiet evenings where you can hear the rustle of leaves and the distant calls of wildlife and the shadow of the white man killing everybody inside. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't it. The stars are breathtaking, so clear and bright you can almost reach out and touch them. So I had my husband do that for me. Wah! Wah! Those horses. Horses? Oh, that's a story. Okay. Interesting. Wow, she's really special. She's special. She's a special one. She's a real special one. Oh, wait. I'm too old to have more kids to suck the life out of. Butt plug sacrifice. She's so down to earth. I mean, come on. There's 3 artistic renditions of the villain's dildo art. All right, hold on. I gotta go find it. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh my god. No. Okay, wait. I've got it. I've got it. I got hold on. Oh my god. I gotta wait, can I do this? No, I don't want to do that. I don't think I can like switch them. Oh yeah, see, I don't want to. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh. Why doesn't it let me save? Oh, here we go. Oh man, it's saving them as like big JPEGs or something. God damn it. It won't let me open those. What? Oh my god. Hold on. I got to just do one little thing. Oh, why? Hold on. File. All right. Oh my god. Want me to send them to Signal? No, I think it's because they're large files. That's all. I can resave them as something else. Wait, I gotta open them. I'm gonna open them and then I'm gonna. Okay, wait. I'm gonna show you guys like I'm gonna show you behind the scenes here. Hold on. Not way behind the scenes, but you know what I mean. Hold on just a second. Okay. There's that. Does this butt plug make my ass look big? I mean, it's literally a plug. Oh, wait. And then there's, wait, there's more. Hold on. I'm going to get more. This one. This one. Hold on. These are pretty good. I think this one is my favorite. Wait. Oh, no, that one was my favorite. Oh my God. Why is my nose running? Hold on. Hold on. Elizabeth Sparkle on the shower floor vibes. Yes. Yes. Yes, Max. Dildo art. Art is everywhere. This might be my old money has issues with new money. Trump's people are so trashy. Oh my God, Jane. Yeah, 100%. She said it was too big for her personal salon. That's what I call mine too. My personal salon. Oh my God. I still wonder what this is. What is that? Is it some kind of fucked up doll? Is that her breast? Have we got a mess here with the breast or something? Is it another plug? Is it a person? Is it her? Is the magazine making fun of her? I don't know. Rich white trash. Totally, Paul. Totally. All right, we're going to get rid of her. Oh my God in heaven. That's so fucking hilarious. I can't even. Let me see. Oh my God, my nose. Why is my nose running so much this morning? I don't know. Must be all the cocaine I did last night. Good morning at the salon. Fuck yeah. Working in my hair. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's her nipple? Wait, that's her nipple? Wait a minute. That was her nipple? I missed that. Wait, I gotta go see the nip. Hold on. Never let a good nipple pass you by. Here we go. That's her nipple. Oh my God, you guys, it is her nipple. Hold on. That's her nipple right here. Oh, you can't see. Up at the top. See this little thing right? Well, you can't see. Damn, I wish I could point out to it. Oh yeah, see? That's her nipple. Who does that? So wait, if this one's laying up here, wait, how is it? What's this? Oh yeah, that was her arm. Why is her nipple so low? Why is her breast so low? Oh, that's her hair. I thought her face was distorted. Okay. Wow, this is a terrible photograph. Who does big rack? Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe in that picture, but maybe when I lay down, my boobs look bigger too. I don't know. When I lean down and lean over and push them together, that's that's the seventh nipple I've seen today. Turn it upright. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can. I should rotate. Let me see if I can rotate it. I might be able to. Oh, no, I shouldn't try. I'll probably ruin it. I just got here and I have no clue what is happening. Probably a good thing. We're looking at people's nipples. This is art. We're looking at people's nipples. That's not her left foot. No, that is her fucking boobie. I thought she has a white mustache. No, it's just the lighting. The lighting's really bad. And everything. You should clip to get more subscribers. This is the show you should clip. A different kind of show. It's bubbles, but it evokes something else. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh my God in heaven, that cracks me up. I'm sorry. That makes me laugh. I like laughing at rich people's boobs. Is that the comet arrows? No, it's her nipple. It's literally her nipple. Wait, why'd you delete that? That was a great comment. We're getting down and dirty here in the lounge this morning. Yeah, we are. That's right. I said it. Oomph, the potato. It's a rock. It's a rock. It's a rock. It's a really, 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 really big rock. Okay. Super big. Super mustache on the nipple. No, she has one of those surgical nipples, you know, where they make them smaller. There's literally a surgery to make your nipples smaller. I'm not kidding about this. I haven't had it, but I'm just telling you there is a surgery to make your nipples smaller. It's a thing. Believe it or not. Oh, actually, there's also a surgery to rejuvenate your hoo-ha. There's like all kinds of ridiculous and horrible things. Okay, hold on. Let me get to. I'm gonna pull up. Boop, boop, boop. I have a bunch of stuff today. Actually, it's not slow for a Friday. It's a Hershey's Kiss that hasn't melted somehow on this cold bitch. Yeah, you know why? Because like if you've got implants and stuff, that fucks with your nerves, right? Like that's nothing to mess around with. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, you guys. Let me see what I want to read first. Ooh, I've got a lot of good stuff actually. I've got like 6 or 7 things to read. That's not it. All right, I'm going to do this one first. I'm very sorry for this, but I felt like she needed water for her bubbles since the bath was drained, so I helped. Check Twitter. Oh my god, I can't. Let's see. Oh, you did it. You did it. You flipped it. Wait, I've got to show everyone this. This is the best. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, wait. Yeah, hold on. There she is. Look. Oh, whoops, shit. There's her nipple. Now you can see the nipple. Now it makes a little more anatomical sense. Although I still kind of wonder, like, why is her arm, like, why is her boob so low? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why her boob is so low. Let me see. Let me get it bigger here. Oh, poop. Everything is so ridiculous. I mean, that's her boob right there, right here. Right there is the boob. So wait, what's that? Okay, so that's a shoulder. One hand, that's a shoulder, and the one hand's over here. Wow, I really thought that was a doll. I really thought that was a doll. But that's her nipple and that's hair, I guess. I don't know. It looks like a pancake. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, Mrs. Felon. That's, this comes with the territory, baby. Okay? Just comes with the territory. You gotta come on. Man up, Buttercup. You gotta man up. Yikes. So much yikes. It looks like a piglet. It does look like a piglet. Oink, oink. There you go. Oh, whoops. Okay, I want to change that. We don't have to look at her breast anymore. Sorry about that. Now I got to make this smaller. Damn, girl. There's so much manual stuff that goes into this one program. I'm going to tell you right now. All right, here we go. Let me move this so it's not on the chat. Move it off the chat. The replicant runs out of stabilizer. Literally, Max. That's it. Hags, I woke up hearing you say nipple twice. Oh, Hags, I love you too. All right, we're gonna get serious here. Damn it. We got shit ton to read. Okay, I think I'm still dreaming, but good morning nonetheless. Prayer hands, nip slip. Don't look at my hands. Look at my boobies. Anyway, I haven't even smoked any weed yet, but I want to read this first. Okay. As Trump's choice for defense secretary is rocked by no, her husband, Kathy, that woman's husband, John Phelan, is the Secretary of the Navy or whatever the head of the Navy is. Not her. Although she'll probably get some kind of like ambassadorship. She could get an ambassadorship, I guess, if you give enough money. If you give enough money, you can get just about anything, right? As Trump's choice for defense secretary, however, is rocked by new disclosures, progressive media executive Tara McGowan explains how Dems can capitalize and better fight information wars. This is from the New Republic. It's from 2 days ago, I think. Whoa. Greg Sargent. I like Greg. Oh, my God. Hello. The New Yorker has published some extraordinary new revelations about Pete Hegseth. I thought we were done with Pete Hegseth. Are we not done? I know, it was on all the time. Trump's cabinet is for sale. 100% Paul J. The New Yorker has published some extraordinary new revelations about Pete Hegseth, who's Donald Trump's nominee for defense secretary. These include allegations of extreme serial drunkenness, financial mismanagement of a nonprofit he ran, and an alleged episode of him chanting, "Kill all Muslims." This, along with the nominations of highly unqualified Kash Patel as FBI director and Tulsi Gabbard for a top intelligence post, raise a question. Do Senate Democrats have what it takes to really make revelations like these stick in upcoming confirmation hearings? We're chatting today to Tara McGowan, a progressive media executive who frequently urges Democrats to get more serious about fighting the information wars, something that will become even more essential during a second Trump presidency. Yeah, Tara McGowan's great. Thank you so much. Thanks, Greg. Greg, Pete Hegseth was president of a group called Concerned Veterans for America from 2013 to 2016. The New Yorker's Jane Mayer obtained a whistleblower's report about his tenure that includes frequent bouts of serious public intoxication and him and his management team sexually pursuing female staffers. One whistleblower email said he used company funds for partying on the road. At one point, he tried to dance with strippers on stage at a strip club, allegedly. His representative denies this stuff. Tara, what do you make of all of it? I know, Secretary of Defense. What do I make of all of it? Well, I definitely wouldn't have an open container near him at a party or a bar. I wouldn't trust him around my girlfriends or my female cousins. You just have to take it from his mother. A letter from his mother to him about how horribly he treats women was leaked. But despite all of those allegations, which are really, really, really concerning and horrible, he also doesn't have any of the experience to run the largest department of our federal government, the most well-funded one. Their job is to strategically deploy our armed services to protect our country and protect democracy abroad. We know that a character test is not one that Trump or his allies or his administration has ever cared about. So these allegations are really concerning, but I also don't want it to get lost in these allegations just how unqualified he also is professionally. He doesn't sound like a good guy by all of those merits, if you will, but he's also deeply unqualified. He's a Fox News host, and he is just a strong ally of Trump, which is the common thread of all the nominations that Trump has put forward. Traitors for sale or rent, but not Mikey Pence. Greg, yes, speaking of not losing some of the big picture stuff here, for Senate Democrats, you'd think this is a target-rich environment. You've got Kash Patel, who's totally unqualified to run the FBI, has publicly talked about wanting to prosecute Trump's enemies and the media, and Jim Stewartson, whom he's suing for calling him a chud. So that's real. Tulsi Gabbard, Trump's pick for director of national intelligence, is an active pusher of pro-Putin talking points. Now the revelations about Hegseth, Senate Democrats really could make a lot out of this at the hearings if that were done well. So what would it look like if it were done well? McGowan, I hope that they do make a lot of this, because what's probably happening in closed doors amongst Senate Democrats is a conversation of where do they want to channel their most fire in a strategic way to actually be able to knock down one or two of these nominations. There's probably a lot of calculated conversations happening about where they actually can make some progress and where they need to preserve their energy or their rage so that it isn't ineffective. That's actually the wrong calculation. Oop, oop, oop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Chuds. King of the chuds. It's certainly not one that Republicans or the right-wing media heed on their own. They take a flood the zone approach. There isn't anything that Democrats do that they don't like, that they don't make noise about in some way, shape, or form. And that doesn't seem to really hurt them or muddle the story that reaches the audiences that they intend to reach or even influences the mainstream media. His mommy went on Fox. That's right. I didn't watch it, but that's terrible. It's just terrible. So while I completely understand from a pragmatic perspective that Senate Democrats won't be able to cancel all of these appointments, and there are so many that are really, really, really horrifying on their face in terms of what they'll do, I don't think that that should preclude them from actually going full force against them in all of the ways that they can communicate so that the American people know exactly who Trump and his team are putting forward. The American people, especially the millions and millions of them that did not vote for this administration, he was not given a mandate with a small margin of victory he had in the battleground states or even the popular vote, would like to see some fight in our leaders and in the Democratic Party. Why my face is leaking? Why is my face leaking? My eyes are leaking. I must be having like an allergy or something. Maybe there's an allergy thing happening. But okay, blah 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 blah. Greg Sargent. The New Yorker piece quotes Senator Richard Blumenthal, who heads the Armed Services Committee, which will hold the hearing on Hegseth. Blumenthal says some of the right things, pointing out how dangerous it would be to put someone this erratic and unpredictable as head of such a large organization. But then Blumenthal also says, and I thought this was a tell, this shouldn't be a partisan thing because our national security is at stake. Tara, I get why Blumenthal says that, but it just seems wrong. It seems weirdly apologetic, as if he feels the need to justify making an issue out of revelations that clearly show Hegseth to be wildly unfit. Yeah, I am. I'm having dreams of having that butt plug, and it's making me sad. Tara, I get why. Okay, blah 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 blah. It seems weirdly apologetic. Okay, does that suggest that that Democrats still don't quite have their heads on straight about what's needed right now, or am I just being uncharitable? McGowan, no, I don't think you're being uncharitable, and I don't think that it's specific to Senator Blumenthal, who I have great respect for. I actually think it is doing a massive disservice to what we are all up against, as in everyone who cares about this country, cares about democracy, and cares about preserving and strengthening rather than dismantling our institutions so that that protect the most vulnerable of us. And that's why they exist. That's what they exist for in this country. To be able to say that calling out actual, real unqualifications and really terrible character traits and allegations that you wouldn't want to be of the substitute teachers and your kids or the folks that are babysitting your kids is partisan. And by calling a real public fight about these cabinet picks partisan, that's doing a real disservice. That's surrendering. That's really problematic because this isn't actually about partisanship. The second that you qualify your argument that is based on real hard data and evidence and police reports against a cabinet pick and declare that as partisan, you've made it partisan. Right, Greg says. In a way, he's not saying it's partisan, but by entertaining the possibility that someone would dismiss it that way, he's conceding too much up front. He's too apologetic right at the outset. McGowan, that's my biggest fear in general, that Democrats are conceding already. We can't concede. We need to show a unified front against this administration. And also, we need to take them at their word. Every single talking point that was on Democrats' mouth before Election Day, quoting Trump saying he would be a dictator on day one. These were out of Democrats' mouths, right? And it was true. These were things that Trump has said. If we are still not taking them at their word, we're not only conceding, we meaning Democrats that are doing that, are also demonstrating that we don't have a spine, and we are reinforcing a narrative that a lot of Americans believe, which is that both sides are full of it. Sergeant, if I understand you correctly, Terry, you're basically saying that they're making their own previous rhetoric out to be hollow. I don't know what that means. McGowan, yes, it's also a self-fulfilling prophecy. We know that Trump is going to do everything that he said he's going to do. We know that there is this is the only defense I will give Senate Democrats in these cabinet fights. There is little political capital here. If they go full nuclear on every single one of these candidates, they run the risk of pushing some of the Republicans who might be willing to vote against some of these folks away. I understand that pragmatic calculation. This is interesting, though. That's an interesting statement. Kind of wish Kamala was still in the Senate. Yeah, she was good on those. She was good about that. I mean, I appreciate that. I'm not sure I'm agreeing with a lot of the stuff that's being said, but that's fine. I'm not an expert, but I do agree with this, that, it's hard it is a balance. You also don't want to push necessarily into recess appointments if you can avoid it, although they can do that if they want to. I just also think that we need to see real strength in the leadership of the Democrats in Congress because they are the ones who are at the front lines of this fight, which frankly is solely an information war moving forward come January. They do not have power in federal government starting in mid-January. So we actually need to know that they are up for this fight and that they're not going to concede because these are not people you can negotiate with. Greg, yes, critical point. When you don't have power, the information wars become even more central. In fact, there's a broader thing at stake here. Here at stake. And this is something that your friend and mine, Simon Rosenberg, has talked about. It's whether Democrats are able to reimagine their roles as public communicators in a way more in sync with the Trump era. You have some House Democrats who know how to do this or really know how to do it well. Jamie Raskin, Adam Schiff, soon to be a California senator, Eric Swalwell, AOC, Maxwell Frost. I'm probably leaving a few out. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett. Who's better than all of them? Yeah, McGowan, Crockett. What's that? Jasmine Crockett. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Senate Democrats are behind here. What's your sense of why that is and what can be done about it? Don't we need Senate Democrats to learn from some of their House counterparts? Well, we do. I don't know the exact reason. I have some theories. The seniority rules ethos is much more dominant in the Senate. That does a great disservice. People do fall in line behind leadership more so than in the House, where more people are willing to stand out and understand that the way they can communicate can actually increase their exposure to their message and their platform. And senators, for one, most of them have just been there too long, frankly. They don't understand the information ecosystem and they don't know, frankly, how to leverage it to their or the collective advantage. That's why we desperately need new, younger, and more diverse leadership in the Senate because they do know how to communicate and leverage this power. Once again, the only real power that they're going to have is the power of their communications over the next few years. That's not really true. Oh, I see. Senate Democrats. Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay. They've got to get sharper about it. We didn't see that in this past election cycle, frankly, and we didn't see that in leadership, especially in the Senate. Really understands how the world has changed and how people communicate today and the fact that you need to be authentic. You need to be authentic, you need to be bold, and you need to be really honest. There's still too much performative communications that happens in the Senate. And in the House, too. It might just be the result of folks that have been there too long and or taking the lead of the folks that have been there the longest. Greg Sargent. It sure seems that way. I mean, I wonder whether Adam Schiff joining the Senate Democratic Caucus could help. He's not exactly in the mold of a Maxwell Frost or an AOC. There's a clear distinction there. But he's really been one of the best communicators throughout the Trump era, especially at crystallizing in social media friendly ways why Trump is such a threat to the country. We're going to need that more and more. Don't you think Schiff could potentially have a positive influence there? I think Schiff is actually, I don't like, I mean, I vote for him because he's my guy, but I don't think he handles the information war all that well. I mean, that's just me though, I guess. I don't know. Which is so important. Wait, he's a statesman and he's steady, but he's very good at breaking things down and he does convey a lot of trust, which is so important because it doesn't seem like he's performing or just sticking to prepackaged tested talking points. That's what people want. I don't find him to be that authentic, to be honest with you, but that's just me. He doesn't have to be out there with his arm raised yelling like Jamie Raskin, who I adore, to also convey a point. We just need more people to step into their power and in their voice. Yes. And do it in a way where they're unified, but they're not all saying the same thing because that isn't authentic and it really loses people. It makes sense. Greg Sargent, that's a critical point. They have to find their own voices in a way that's in sync with the era. Let's talk about some of the opportunities Democrats have right now. Take Pam Bondi, Trump's pick for Attorney General. Senate Democrats could theoretically put up a screen of some of the worst and most violent episodes from the January 6 riots, like attacks on cops, and then ask Bondi point blank, would you support Trump if he pardoned that guy right there? That's just an example of what you could do. The Hegseth thing seems to offer pretty big opportunities, like put up on a screen some of those insane episodes and say, how on earth is this guy qualified to run an organization like this one? McGowan, yes, and make it sticky. Democrats actually, not just Democrats, it was bipartisan. During the January 6 hearings, we're very good at making good content that people want to watch and share. We need Senate Democrats to understand, and many of them do and will, I hope, that they can create moments that do go viral online and that do inform people of what's going on by being, again, authentic in their voice and power, but upping the ante a little bit. Be a little theatrical with it when making these points because they have to be visual and they have to be surprising. Nothing about watching a boring hearing with just back and forth Q&A and them basically pleading the fifth in their own ways over and over again is going to actually get any traction. So I do hope that Senate Democrats understand that this is a made-for-TV TikTok moment and experience and that they heed that. If I hear one Senate Democrat during these hearings say anything like, "My friends on the other side of the aisle," I'll just absolutely vomit on the spot. That was Pamela Anderson's nipple? Wait, that's not even her? What friends? Exactly. Sergeant, right. If you were to look at it charitably, you could say, okay, maybe Senate Democrats have a somewhat well-founded fear of looking too political. Maybe they think that they're going to provoke a backlash among swing voters. But if you look at the January 6th committee hearings, those were among the greatest acts of political communication in our lifetimes. They were very well produced, really well tailored to the viral era, and they were very goddamn partisan. They indicted a whole party. They put on display for the country what's so craven about the Republican Party in the Trump era, created moments, drama, and so forth. Oh! Ah! Sorry, I made it too big. There. Ah! Oh, wow, that was too much. We should learn from that, shouldn't we? McGowan, yes. Part of it was that it did still have a feeling of nonpartisan of sorts because they had Liz Cheney on there. I didn't think it was partisan. I get what he's saying though about the whole part. I don't know. I guess I just don't always agree with people, and that's okay. That's what makes us great. This is it was really about an event and Trump as opposed to the party. This is trickier because we have a lot of people, for very good reasons, if not outdated, who are in these positions of power because they deeply, deeply believe in the role of government and in the way they conduct business or believe business should be conducted. The challenge there is that that is not how Republicans play. That is not how Republicans govern anymore. That is certainly, and that's the anymore is what we should really be talking about. Okay, please. That is certainly not how this administration is going to govern. I used to have this beef sometimes with President Biden, who I deeply respect and think was a tremendous president because he was always taking the high road. Because always taking the high road does not always lead us where we need to go. In fact, quite the opposite, as we've seen now. All of the bipartisan bills that were passed, guess what? The fact that they were passed with some Republicans didn't do Democrats any favors. Part of that was a communication problem, but part of it was that people actually want to see you fight for things. They want to see you stand for things. I don't believe that there are bipartisan solutions that are going to get passed under this administration. Democrats don't have any power in the House, Senate, White House, or Supreme Court moving into next year. There isn't going to be a gridlock, but that means that their sole job is to communicate to the American people in every single way possible what this administration is doing, who's doing it, and to make it as painful as possible for them so they do less of it. That's really all they can do. To wrap this up, Tara, how should they do with these Hegseth revelations and everything we know about Hegseth? McGowan, they just need to flood the zone. Even if they're having a private conversation to understand where they're actually going to have more leverage when it comes to the appointments, they need to be publicly flooding the zone and going after every single one of these appointees that is disqualified and just frankly not good people and not trustworthy people to lead our institutions. And they need to be relentless about it. Also, let's just talk about tactically to do it in ways that are actually going to reach people and that are going to drive engagement, which isn't going to be a press release or a statement in the New York Times or Washington Post or Wall Street Journal article. That's not enough. They should all be making videos like AOC does. They should all be talking about this stuff every day. And they should be doing it in a way that this is conversational with the American people, not talking point driven. Hakeem Jeffries, stop saying extreme MAGA Republicans. I don't fucking care. Every time he says that, I just go, you don't even know what you're talking about, do you? I'm so mad. I'm really mad at our Democrats, frankly. I don't think they've done enough. I'm sorry. I don't think the House Democrats have done enough. Fuck the Senate Democrats. I don't think they've done enough. I could go on and on. I could go on for an hour about the advice that I would give these folks. They haven't taken it for many years, most of them, but this is what they have to build muscle for, because this is truly the only power and authority they have moving forward to communicate and make those decisions and these appointments very difficult and painful for this administration. So we get slightly less terrible folks in charge of these agencies. And look, Greg says, the Hegseth revelations, they are tailor-made for this type of communication. They're colorful as all hell. They're jarring. They're really riveting in a car crash way. They could be doing it with a lot of stuff in the formats you're talking about. Tara McGowan, let's hope they listen to you this time. Thank you. All right. That's good. It's a good article. Uh-oh. I've got a lot of things. I've got a lot of things to say. Let's see what this is. Yeah. Romanian elections annulled. Okay, so listen, guys, some real shit is happening across the world. Hold on. Let me make this bigger. All right, Romanian, this is Pekka Kalionimi. Forgive me for not, I'm sorry, Pekka, I'm not doing your name very well. Romanian elections annulled. Ceausescu possibly charged with treason, and TikTok asked to give out all data in relation to his campaign. Wild scenes. Whoop! Diana Sosaka and Victor Ponta, two of the main pro-Russian politicians, have backed Georgescu, I don't know how to say his name, in his presidential bid, have now fled the country for Doha. Oh. If this isn't... it's in Czech. I don't understand. Or whatever that is. Whatever language. Romanian. It's in Romanian. God damn it. Ferk. That's all right. That's okay. We don't have to read the whole thing. Oh my God. Oh, you're coming in hot. Howard Lutnick gave Trump's PAC $3 million of stock in Vivek Ramaswamy's Rolvant Sciences on October 21st. A month later, Trump tapped Lutnick. Okay, so here's the thing, gal. Does the pay for play do anything? Like, are we gonna ever like I feel like this is so not. Nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care. Let me see what this other one is that you shared. Oh. Okay. Well, we'll listen to this.
And
the Trigger. This is my favorite show, by the way.
And people aren't going to like this, but we got to start impeaching judges. The last check that we have on our Constitution used to be the federal judiciary. And now we've seen them weaponized against Jan 6, against GJT, and against so many other people because they dared to vote for someone they disliked. These people are acting unconstitutionally, and Congress must impeach them when we have both houses of Congress back, hopefully in 2024. That is a drastic measure. And me as a former public defender and prosecutor, I didn't think I'd ever say that because I was like, no, judges are great. They wear the robe, they do the right thing. But now you look at any case that Donald Trump's been charged in, and almost every judge, except one, is handling this thing as if they were not a judge, but they were a political terrorist persecuting Americans. And the other thing I talk about in my book.
No, Cash. No. You are a criminal and you are trying to destroy our country. No, I don't think I didn't hear him say that. Oddly, Junior can't keep his eyes open as he listens to this madman. He can't. He's so high. Family affair. Oh man, we're coming in hot. Ruth Ben Giat. I love myself some Ruth. Oh, this is great. Oh yeah, awesome. This is awesome. Oh yay. An essay from Ruth. Thank you, gal. When authoritarianism is a family affair, from sons-in-law with Mussolini, Orban, and Erdogan, and Trump to Lara Trump and Charles Kushner. My new MSNBC essay. La 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 la. Oh my God. I know I complain about that every day. Stupid ads. Stupid ads. Okay. Oh, no. All right. Ruth Ben Ghiat. This is from today. Let me just check in. Yeah, partisan. Most, if not all, J6 witnesses were Republicans. That's right, Max. They turned each other in, okay? They turned each other in. They turned each other in. Okay. Authoritarian leaders do not lack negative character traits. Most of them are insecure, obsessed with revenge, vain, and brutal. But many are family men in their own fashion. Relatives often figure prominently in their inner circles alongside trusted cronies and sycophants. The leader's children may run the official family business, as with former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi and President-elect Donald Trump, or the unofficial family business of smuggling arms, diamonds, and other precious goods, as with former Congolese dictator Mobutu Sese Seko's son, Kangulo Mobutu. Trump's record is squarely in this tradition. During his first term, his daughter Ivanka Trump and son-in-law Jared Kushner served as presidential advisors. An investigation by Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, CREW, our buds at CREW, reported that the pair amassed up to $640 million in outside income while serving in the White House. His daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, has been co-chair of the Republican National Committee since May, overseeing a purge of RNC staffers and essentially merging the committee with her father-in-law's campaign. Lara Trump likely fulfilled Donald Trump expectations of complete, unabashed, and perhaps a blind loyalty to the candidate, in the words of former RNC chair Mark Racicot, whatever. So it's not surprising to find additional Trump in-laws among those appointed to positions in his second administration. Representing the Kushner family now is real estate executive Charles Kushner, Jared's father, who served 2 years in prison in 2005 for being convicted of tax evasion and witness tampering. Donald Trump pardoned him in 2020 and last month chose him for the post of U.S. ambassador to France, a gift that comes with a palatial residence in Paris. Oh, this makes me so angry. I just can't even tell you how angry I am about this win. I just don't think I can express it. I never thought we would do this to ourselves, and here we've done it. Then there is Lebanese businessman Mossad Boulos, the father-in-law of Trump's daughter Tiffany, and the president-elect's new senior advisor for Arab and Middle Eastern affairs. During the campaign, Boulos served Trump by leading outreach efforts in Michigan and elsewhere to Muslim and Arab American voters. Boulos, who comes from a prominent Lebanese political family, once backed a presidential candidate also supported by Hezbollah, which has been fighting in Lebanon against Israeli incursions. That might make for an awkward situation in some families. Kushner Sr. and Jr. are fervent supporters of Israel and its leader, Benjamin Netanyahu, but not in the transactional world of the strongman, who has room for everyone in his tent as long as they show devotion and loyalty to him. We need only look at the fates of sons-in-laws of authoritarian history to understand the value of family members in the inner circle. Authoritarians on both the left and the right have given in-law economic policy and management positions that have a high potential to enrich the family. When Chile became a laboratory of neoliberal policies during the military dictatorship of leader Augusto Pinochet, he appointed his son-in-law, Julio Ponce Lerou, to lead multiple state-run companies and eventually the government agency in charge of privatizing those companies. Yep, that's where we're headed. Another son. Oh man, I'm just like, I think my eyes are just crying for me. I don't know why, but stop leaking. You're bothering me. Okay. Oh, God. Here we go. Sorry. Another son-in-law, Jorge Aravena, got a large insurance agency. In Cuba, President Raul Castro appointed his son-in-law, General Luis Alberto Rodriguez Lopez Calleja, as head of the Armed Forces Business Administration Group, an entity with large powers over Cuba's economy. It's so upsetting. I'm so upsetting. Oh well, let's see if we can we it's 8 minutes. All right, well let me read this. The son-in-law can also be a proxy for the dictator. That was the case with Benito Mussolini's son-in-law, Galeazzo Ciano, who was widely hated by Italians for trying to be a mini duce, even imitating Mussolini's habit of thrusting his jaw forward when speaking. This outward adulation likely helped Ciano to become foreign minister in 1936. Yet when Ciano voted or Ciano, I don't know how to say his name, in July 1943 to remove Mussolini from power for incompetency, along with the majority of the fascist Grand Council, his father-in-law took revenge. When Mussolini returned to power as head of a Nazi puppet state, he had Ciano executed. It's not surprising, then, that Pierre Janssen, Mobutu's son-in-law, waited until the dictator was terminally ill before publishing a book about the family's corruption. If you want to steal a little in a nice way. If you steal too much too quickly, you'll be caught, was Mobutu's philosophy. Mobutu did not know that Janssen was carefully recording each deviation of state resources into family bank accounts abroad. Today's strongmen continue to count on in-laws for loyalty, whether they are officially part of the government. Uh-oh. You guys hear me? Okay, you can hear me now a little bit, I think. I'll just have to use the microphone from the computer. I don't know what's going on with this microphone. It just shit the bed all of a sudden. And everything is connected. That's okay though. I'll just do it. I'll do it blind. I'll do it naked. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me now? I know it's a terrible microphone. It's a terrible microphone. Well, I don't need that. All right, can you hear me? You guys hear me? Okay, good. All right. Sorry, it's going to be weird sound because I have to use my computer mic and not my regular mic. I don't know why my mic shit the bed. I'm really not happy about it, but I'm going to ignore it. We're doing it live. Fuck it. And naked. All right, let me pull my computer closer to me and then maybe the sound will be better. Apologies for that. Let's see. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban's son-in-law, businessman István Tiborish, is one of Hungary's richest men, likely due in part to Orban's government awarding Tiborish Company large contracts without real competition. That seems bad. Unsurprisingly, Orban made sure that corruption probes initiated by European Union against his son-in-law were dropped inside Hungary. Well, now, does that sound familiar? It's been 1 week since you looked at me, or something like that. I don't know what that song is. I don't know all the Bare Naked Ladies songs. Is there and there's no battery. I know it just faded out, didn't it? It's got some like circle with a red thing mixed in it, but I don't know why. I don't know what is failing. It's not telling me what's failing. Well, we can't watch anything. That's what's going to happen. All right, we're going to have to just read today. That's okay. Okay. In Turkey, one of President Recep Tayyip, I don't know how to say his first names. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, son-in-law Selçuk Bayraktar, is chief technology officer of a firm that is the country's major producer of military drones. Oh, that sounds like Palmer Luckey. The other son-in-law, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The other son-in-law, Berat al-Bayrak, was accused by multiple foreign governments of illegal activities while serving as energy minister. When communist activists allegedly hacked al-Bayrak's personal email account and released correspondence that suggested misconduct, the Turkish government arrested 6 journalists on charges of propaganda for covering the hack. What? The expats such as Peace Corps workers were careful to refer to him as Elvis when talking about him. Oh my gosh. Mobutu, okay, Max was in Mobutu Zaire. Mobutu's picture was on all of the money and in every interior I was in and on many buildings as murals. Yep. Is it, interestingly enough, that was similar to Ellen Johnson in Liberia. Crazy. Rather than remove al-Bayrak from government service, Erdogan gave his son-in-law a new job as the country's finance minister, not county, probably countries. After 2 years with the Turkish economy in a downward spiral, al-Bayrak resigned from that position only to leave his allies in control of his fiefdom. In 2022, he published a memoir that defended his economic programs but never mentioned his father-in-law by name. Last year, The Economist warned that Erdogan's relatives are becoming increasingly powerful as he prizes family and loyalty over expertise. But what would be a danger in well-functioning governments is, for the authoritarian, a necessary change. Jansen observed in his book that while Mobutu stole from the Congolese people, everyone around him was stealing from Mobutu, including his children. That sums up the bleak world of the strongman, who purports to be a family man, but uses everyone around him and is plagued by fear of betrayal. Trump is no exception. Look for more family members to have influence in governance and policy, whether they have official appointments or not. No, I don't want them. Ooh, Tom, morning. Sent you a link for another great comic. I know, but now my system just fucked the bed and I can't really play things because it's just a mess. All right, let's see what else. Okay, so this is another one I wanted to read. I feel so naked. Without my headphones on. I'm gonna have some coffee. I should probably shit the bed, fuck the couch, whatever. Just abuse the furniture. Abusing the furniture. That's what we do. That's not true. I don't do that. Okay. Here's from the New York Times. Yeah, I can't wait till TFG is on all our money. He's going to ask if he can be on Bitcoin. Watch it. He's going to ask, can you put me on Bitcoin? Okay. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the conservatives arresting journalists in Canada. The media conservative cheerleaders already. I know, really. It's not. I don't think we have to worry about that here either, really. Biden team considers blanket pardons before Trump's promised retribution. White House officials believe President-elect Donald Trump's selection of partisan warriors for top law enforcement jobs indicates that he will pursue revenge against his perceived enemies. Like this one. Former Representative Liz Cheney, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, God, Peter Baker. I hate you, Peter Baker. Erica Green, I like you, but do you really like Peter Baker? Because he's such a dick.
President Biden's staff is debating whether he should issue blanket pardons for a swath of President-elect Donald Trump's perceived enemies to protect them from the retribution he has threatened after he takes office, according to people familiar with the discussion. The idea would be to preemptively extend executive clemency to a list of current and former government officials for any possible crimes over a period of years, effectively short-circuiting the next president's promised campaign of reprisals. White House officials do not believe the potential recipients have actually committed crimes, but they have grown increasingly worried that Mr. Trump's selections for top Justice Department positions indicate that he will follow through on his repeated vows to seek revenge. Econ Lessons is a channel like Mark's videos are talking about bro mentality. Oh, sweet! Pardon everyone, yeah. Even an investigation that results in no charges could drag on for months or years, costing those people hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees and crippling their career prospects. The discussion of blanket pardons reported earlier by Politico remains primarily at a staff level, although Mr. Biden has talked about it with senior members of his team, according to the people familiar with the matter, who spoke on condition of anonymity to describe internal deliberations. It comes after Mr. Biden pardoned his son Hunter to spare him from prison on gun and tax charges. The White House declined to comment Thursday. Oh, hi, how you doing? Mr. Biden, in effect, previewed the approach with his son's pardon, wiping away not just the counts he was actually convicted of, but any crimes he may have committed or taken part in since 2014. That presumably will forestall Mr. Trump's Justice Department from going after Hunter Biden on any allegations that did not merit charges by the prosecutor who has investigated him since Mr. Trump's first term. I don't know. That's a good point. Will pardons protect these people? I have no idea. I mean, are there rules anymore? I don't know. Maybe they're not. Such a sweeping act of clemency covering even theoretical crimes over the course of a decade went beyond the scope of any since at least the Watergate era when President Gerald Ford pardoned his disgraced predecessor Richard. Wait, excuse me. Went beyond the scope? Are you kidding me? Have you met Donald Trump? Did you pay attention to his pardons? Peter fucking Baker, you fucking prick. I fucking hate Peter Baker. I hate this. Oh my God. Never before has a president issued mass pardons of government officials for fear that a successor would seek to prosecute them out. Okay, well that's maybe. But the choices of Pam Bondi, a former Florida attorney general and Trump surrogate, to run the Justice Department, and Kash Patel, a former Trump aide and far-right provocateur. Oh, is that what we're calling him now? A provocateur? To be director of the FBI have put the issue front and center. Mr. Patel has vowed to come after Mr. Trump's critics, and even published a list of about 60 people he considered members of the executive branch deep state as the appendix to his 2023 book. Democrats on Capitol Hill have been pressing Mr. Biden don't worry, don't forget about Ivan. Democrats on Capitol Hill have been pressing Mr. Biden to do what he can to protect targets of Mr. Trump. Representative Clyburn of South Carolina, one of the president's closest allies, urged the White House to consider preemptive pardons shortly after Mr. Trump's election last month, and likewise recommended that the president pardon his son. Quote, I think there are a lot of people who are coming into this next administration who are telling us who they are, Mr. Clyburn said in an interview on Thursday. I've seen Kash Patel saying who he's going after, and so why should we not believe them? And that's what I said to the president's staff. You all got to believe these people. He added, I think it will be less than an honorable thing to do to leave this office and not do what you can to protect the integrity of their decision-making, especially when they were carrying out these responsibilities as patriots to this country, doing the things that are necessary in pursuit of a more perfect union. Ed Siskel, the White House counsel, is leading the discussions as part of a broader plan to issue pardons and commutations to more traditional recipients, including those convicted of nonviolent drug offenses, as is customary in a president's final days. Among other aides participating in the discussions is Jeffrey Zients, the White House chief of staff. Never heard of him. I fucking hate Peter Baker. I do. But as White House officials weigh the matter, they are concerned that such a move would fuel the impression spread in conservative media that the recipients had actually done something wrong. At least some of those who would be obvious candidates for such pardons have said privately that they would not want one because of such an implication. Well, get over yourselves. Others who are concerned about retribution have lobbied for their own pardons. It doesn't matter what your crime is. Among those whose names have been floated are former Representative Liz Cheney, a Republican of Wyoming, who was vice chair of the bipartisan committee that investigated Mr. Trump's role in the January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the former top infectious disease expert for the government whose advice on COVID-19 made him a target of far-right attacks, Jack Smith, the outgoing special counsel who prosecuted Mr. Trump, and Senator-elect Adam Schiff of California, who was a lead House prosecutor at Mr. Trump's first impeachment trial. Ms. Cheney and Dr. Fauci did not respond for requests for comment. Mr. Schiff said he did not think blanket pardons would be a good idea. I would urge the president not to do that. He told NPR recently, I think it would seem defensive and unnecessary. Others said they were torn. Olivia Troy, a former advisor to Vice President Mike Pence, who has been a leading critic of the president-elect, was threatened by a lawyer for Mr. Patel just this week in a letter saying that litigation will be filed against you if she did not retract her criticism of him during a television interview. We all know this because he's suing Jim Stewartson, our friend, for what, $5 million or $10 million? I don't know which figure he's on, for calling him a chud. Okay? For calling him a chud. I haven't committed a crime, she said in an interview, but these are very different times. Is it something that we've considered and are concerned about? Yes. But all I've done is tell the truth. Oh, this is what we're going to hear. I've not done anything wrong and I haven't committed any crimes, and that's where it's a complicated issue. These are unprecedented times, and that's what makes this so hard. I understand that. Mr. Trump, who has argued that the many criminal and civil cases against him are part of a sweeping witch hunt that has weaponized the justice system, has done little to disguise his desire to use the law enforcement system to get back at his foes. He has threatened to prosecute Democrats, election workers, law enforcement officials, intelligence officials, reporters, former members of his own staff, and Republicans who do not support him. He has said on social media that Ms. Cheney should be prosecuted for what she has done to our country, and that the whole January 6th committee should be prosecuted for their lies and, quite frankly, treason. He said that Vice President Kamala Harris should be impeached and prosecuted. He has promised to appoint a real special prosecutor to go after. Hi. Oh, my. I'm just kidding. Mr. Biden and his family, he has suggested that General Mark Milley, the retired chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, deserved execution. He has said that Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, who won a $450 million judgment against him for business fraud, and the Justice Arthur Engoron, who presided over the trial, should be arrested and punished accordingly. He shared a post saying that the police officers who defended the Capitol on January 6 should be charged and the protesters should be freed. He has said that if Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, does anything deemed illegal, he will spend the rest of his life in prison. Mr. Patel's own list of deep state enemies includes not just Democrats, but former Trump appointees who broke with him or were seen as obstacles, including John Bolton, the former National Security Advisor, William Barr, the former Attorney General, Mark Esper, former Defense Secretary Patsy Baloney, the former White House counsel, Gina Haspel, the former CIA director, and Christopher Wray, the current FBI director. Oh, don't make it like that. Okay. Wait. Whoop. Oh, okay. Oh man, I need it one little tiny bit smaller. There. Okay. Beep. Trump and Patel's threat of prosecution are real, said Paul Rosenzweig. No. I just need to make this a little bigger. Right. Said Paul Rosenzweig, a Homeland Security official under President George Bush and a senior counsel to the independent counsel Ken Starr in his investigation of Bill Clinton. Biden has a moral obligation to defend all of those who risk their livelihoods for him and protect them as best he can from Trump's authoritarian impulses. He should issue a pardon to anyone on Trump or Patel's enemies list. It's the least he can do. You know, maybe that's the premise, is that if they appear on some asshole's list, that's when they get cleared, right? If I was Mark Milley, I wouldn't accept a pardon, but if I was just a random person or civilian congressman, I'd accept it. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So you're saying you'll dismantle. So isn't he saying you will dismantle government, a crime against the United States? I don't know. I don't think a pardon will help them. I think he will. I think judicial is what we're headed for. So I think there is a fear that pardons also will just put a target on someone. I don't know. The people they're targeting, some Democrats have echoed the argument. The people they're targeting include law enforcement officers, military personnel, and others who have spent their lives protecting this country, Representative Brendan Boyle of Pennsylvania said in a statement. These patriots shouldn't have to live in fear of political retribution for doing what's right. Yeah, they shouldn't. So how do we fix it? But other Democrats said it would reflect badly on the party. God, making it look as though we're only protecting our own rather than the most powerless in society. Well, that ship sailed. The Democrats should be reforming and curtailing the pardon power, Representative Ro Khanna said in an interview. I don't like Ro Khanna. I'm sorry. I don't like Ro Khanna. Not because of this, but because of a million other things he's done. Black and brown individuals incarcerated because of marijuana possession have faced and continue to face far more injustice than some of the most privileged. I agree. Those two things aren't necessarily related. Hello. You can do both. Stupid. Fuck you, Ro. Fuck you, Ro. You fucking... I'm going to tell you right now, Ro Khanna is going to end up being a real fucking disappointment. I think he's dirty as all fuck. Oh, it makes me so mad. Just so you know, Elon Musk worked illegally in the U.S. after quitting school. So what are we going to do about it? I don't even want to read about him. He's so dumb. So dumb. Okay, wait. This is the Fulton County. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Oh, this was, remember when we were talking about, thank you for this, Oomph. When we were talking about Kash Patel in Colorado and what he was saying, Khanna is praised by Chucklecuck. He donated to his campaign. Of course. Ro Khanna is not on the up and up. And I don't know what is wrong with Ro Khanna, but there is something really fucking wrong with that guy. I'm sorry. I'm afraid for the Democrats that spoke up too. I think about that. I think about Tish James, I think about Judge Chutkan. I think about the judges and other people that came up against him. Yeah, the issue is the process is the punishment, investigations, lawsuits. Right. It doesn't even matter if it's true or not. It's just what you put people through. It's what you put people through the process. You put people through the legal process and destroy them that way. It's so weird. I don't know why this is. Maybe it's not plugged in. Anyway, okay, sorry. I'm getting distracted. I think a bit about every J6 judge and prosecution teams. That's true. That is also true. That is also true. Counsel can laterally transfer, maybe. Yeah. It's true. But still, it's very, yeah, I agree. And here, this piece, I just really enjoy this. Colorado District Judge on November. This is from 2023 when he testified. Remember that? If they quit and discuss, TFG appoints successor. Yeah, see, that's the problem, too, is that I don't want people to back down, but I'm also not them, right? So I can't make that decision for people, but I don't want people to back down, right? So, Kash Patel testified on behalf of intervener Trump. Mr. Patel was the former chief of staff of the acting secretary of defense on January 6th. Mr. Patel testified that on January 3rd, then President Trump authorized 10 to 20,000 National Guard forces. He also testified about his experiences with the January 6th Select Committee, including that he gave a deposition to the committee. The court finds that Mr. Patel was not a credible witness. His testimony regarding Trump authorizing 10 to 20,000 National Guardsmen is not only illogical, because Trump only had authority over about 2,000 National Guardsmen, but completely devoid of any evidence in the record. Further, his testimony regarding the Sixth Committee refusing to release his deposition and refusing his request to speak at a public hearing was refuted by Mr. Heafy, who was a far more credible witness. The court did not give any weight to Mr. Patel's testimony other than as evidence that the January 6th Select Committee interviewed many of Trump's supporters as part of its investigation. Nobody believes me. I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely. Hey, we're almost done. I think this is my last thing. Maybe not. Oh, I want to read that too. But let's keep on Kash. This was from 22. This is from 2022. This is from 2022. But it's cash. Cash. How Devin Nunes and Kash Patel appealed to QAnon extremists to build Truth Social's user base. Bye, Carla! Ooh, dang, you can't watch it. I have the Kash clip. I know. Oh, I mean, I can, but it's just going to be echoey. I think. Donald Trump's social media platform, Truth Social, and its leadership have made direct appeals to the supporters of the QAnon conspiracy theory as part of a strategy to increase its user base. Kash Patel, who has sat on Truth Social's board, suggested in June that the platform was trying to incorporate QAnon into our overall messaging in a scheme to capture audiences. What? According to Trump, Truth Social, which was launched by his company in February of 2022, was created to fight back against big tech. It aimed to become home for Trump, who was banned from Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we know. Soon after Truth Social's launch, let me just go ahead and go here. Let me play it, and then I'll just be quiet, maybe. I don't think that'll work. I'm going to try it and see how annoying it is.
Yes, correct?
Not that I'm aware.
So let's look at that third bullet point, January 3rd, 2021. You say that bullet point, President concurs in activation of the D.C. National Guard to support law enforcement. That refers to 10 to 20,000 troops.
In part, yeah.
Well, you know that the D.C. National Guard doesn't have 10 to 20,000 troops.
Right. Thank you for making my point.
Yeah, and it says the activation of the D.C. National Guard, not other National Guard units, correct?
Yeah.
There was a request, though, that had come in on December 31st, as you can see in that timeline, for D.C. National Guard assistance, right?
346 people for traffic control.
Traffic control, and there was a 40-person quick reaction force as well, right?
Yeah, the critical stage off-site.
And that's mentioned on December 31st, 2020, that entry, the request.
I don't see the QRF in this timeline, but if it's there in a different place, it's there.
And you see then that January 3rd, after that, refers to the President concurring in the activation of the D.C. National Guard, and the 340 troops and 40 quick reaction force would have been with the D.C. troops and a quick reaction force as well. You see that? No mention of 10 to 20,000 National Guard troops. Now, is there any documentation anywhere that you can point to at all, official documentation, saying that 10 to 20,000 troops were authorized?
I don't have it on me, but
You've seen no public documentation anywhere at any point in time that's out and available to the public that says 10 to 20,000 troops were authorized.
you said documentation by whom?
By anyone.
I've seen lots of media articles saying that that is exactly what happened.
Well, you've seen media articles quoting yourself, sir.
Well, you've seen many articles quoting yourself, sir. Works. If I put on my headphones, I can hear it. I just can't actually. I love. I didn't ever bookmark that. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Thanks. I already subscribed. Delusional oligarchs get everything. As I've written, I'm going to read Jim's piece from yesterday. As I've written for years, I consider Elon Musk, now the richest man in the world with nearly $1/3 of $1 trillion, to be an existential danger to civilization. He has positioned himself, an unelected plutocrat, to be a proxy monarch who will bypass Congress, to decide who will live and die in America. His purpose has been clear for a long time. Elon Musk is a racist, misogynistic anarchist using Twitter to destroy democracy. Oh, this is 3 years ago. Oh, shit. But now, Musk and his sidekick, billionaire teal payee Vivek Ramaswamy. I wonder if the Doge Day... Oh, it just... Yeah, that's what... Yeah. It does. It does. may have the power to do what they've always wanted through the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. This department is completely made up by Musk and has no power or official status except through the true social account of the president-elect. Nevertheless, the completely supine GOP-led House is more than happy to go along with this farce because they have no other choice. It's not a party, it's a cult. DOGE wants to cut $2 trillion from the government annual budget, a number that is literally impossible to achieve without collapsing the entire social safety net and welfare system, which is exactly what they want. They want to reverse the New Deal. Today, despite the deadly serious nature of what Musk is trying to do, he chose to bring his son, Little X, to his first official DOGE meeting with Congress. This is a classic power move by a con man. It's the equivalent of showing up intentionally late to a meeting to prove that you're more important than your counterpart. He's using his son as a prop. Nevertheless, Musk's self-created social media cult loves it because their awareness has been stripped away and they cannot see their own pockets being picked in broad daylight. Oh, God. Just the name, the Department of Government Efficiency, which sounds like a parody of Orwellian dystopia, a name designed to create fear in workers and joy in the ruling class, is insulting. It's a name masqueraded as owning the libs when it's really a project designed to make everyone but plutocrats own nothing. A blatant grab for perpetual oligarchy conducted by hoaxing people into enthusiastically cheering for turning themselves into peasants. Adding insult to attempted grand national larceny, Doge is named after pump and dump meme coin, which Musk has been manipulating for years, Dogecoin. The Shiba Inu that Musk replaced the Twitter logo with last year is the mascot for a crypto fraud, a penny stock, a literal joke Musk manipulated to make himself even richer. Regardless, in the real world, with Donald Trump's blessing, Musk has promised austerity and hardship, while he threatens to cut down the number of federal agencies by 75% from 428 to 99, just because it sounds better to have it be less than 100. All right. Just travel safe, Val. Ramaswamy said today that it would be good for government workers to be fired, the ultimate gaslighting. While all of this seems juvenile on the surface, the point of it is very dark and very profound. Musk and his co-conspirators want to collapse the government and the financial system so the PayPal mafia can rebuild it in their own image. Yesterday, Bitcoin, a crypto Ponzi scheme built to crash the dollar and replace it, crossed the $100,000 mark, a value so ludicrous one must think of Tulip Mania, 1929, the classic market bubble. Well, actually, and then that was inspired in 1929. The classic market bubble that valued tulip bulbs at over 100 times their weight in gold in 17th century Denmark. That's always been a lesson. The tulip mania was always a lesson for us in markets. But it's not just that the PayPal mafia from outside the government putting pressure on the foundation of democracy by trying to rob it blind. Russell Vought, the Christo-fascist lunatic and co-architect of Project 2025, who promised trauma to the federal workforce, has been nominated to head OMB, the Office of Management and Budget. This is absolutely terrifying. Vought, a close ally of Heritage President and Opus Dei follower Kevin Roberts, will be eager to create a Doge-blessed budget designed to inflict as much pain on Americans and destruction of liberal democracy as possible. Heritage applauds Russell Vought as director of the OMB. We're so happy. When the Trump regime begins, the only thing between us and a Doge depression are a few GOP House members and or senators refusing to pass these suicidal cuts in Congress, if they can survive the wrath of pressure and influence campaigns from MAGA and the oligarchy. Musk has already promised to spend unlimited funds to primary Republicans who don't get in line. This is insane. This is fucking insane. Of all the things Trump and his regime are planning to do, this may be the one that actually wakes MAGA up. Because the basic fabric of society, key pillars that keep us safe, that keep us sane, and that keep us American, are going to get taken away. Even the most radicalized MAGA believer will notice at that point, when it is likely too late to do anything about it. Unless we collectively get a grip now and understand this for what it is, the greatest heist in U.S. history, and a class war to steal our labor and resources, we will wake up one day as subjects in a monarchy, and we will deserve it. Educate, demand, resist. That's a good one, Jim. That's a good one. This is the filing yesterday about, wait, what was it? It was dropping, it's Cheesebro. Comes now Kenneth Cheesebro, the undersigned counsel hereby petitions to invalidate. So Cheesebro is trying to, get his, no, we won't deserve it. No, we won't deserve it. I don't agree with that either. I don't agree that people deserve, but at the same time, I understand his sentiment, which is, there, somehow we find ourselves now here with an administration that we already know was going to cause such damage. And this is where I think that sentiment comes from. But no, nobody deserves what's coming. But I understand where he's coming from on that. That it's depressing to see, just the fact that I just don't know how we got here. I don't know what we don't. Well, yeah, the people who could have stopped it. I just don't know. I mean, I can't even point to where the big failure was. I don't know. It just seems so a little bit surprising, actually. But yeah. Okay. So wait, what did I doing this? Did I read all of this? Oh, this was. Did we read this? Oh wait, did I read this already? I'm so confused. What did I just do? I don't feel like I read this. According to Trump, Truth Social was on. Oh, okay. One of the first. Okay, soon after Truth Social's, city states was the big mistake. It's sine qua non. Yeah. Dang it. Dang it. Damn it. Damn. Whatever those guys were. City states. Damn senators of Rome. Whatever. COVID brain damage, plus homeschooling, plus media silos. Yeah. Oh, God. This is so... You guys are so depressing. Hi, Jim Melgren. Yes, Vivek wants to gut the... Vivek loves hearing himself talk about this stuff and feels... Okay, let me tell you what's going on with Vivek. Let me tell you what's going on with Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy was always the kid picked last. Okay? He was always the annoying kid that nobody wanted to play with because he was so fucking annoying and braggy. And now he feels like he finally is getting to sit with the big kids at the big table and he can go around and be the scary guy threatening people's jobs. So I think Vivek is the bullied kid who is now exacting his revenge because somebody gave him a little bit of power. Eileen! So I think that's where we're at. Oh wait, is my microphone working now? I'm so confused. Is my microphone's working now? This is so weird. Hold on. Let me see what happens. I'm just curious. This is so weird.
It came back. I don't know why it came back. Oh boy, I don't like that. I don't like that. You can't shit the bed right in the same. Jesus Christ. Silly. I don't know why it started working again. It's got some weird red thing on the screen, and I'm not sure what the red thing. It doesn't sound like it's very good, but anyways. Remember, this is from 2022. Soon after Truth Social's launch, one of the first accounts reportedly created there was Q, possibly by the platform's developers in response to someone posting. The admins made that account. The account wrote it was accurate. The account began to promote QAnon not long after it was created and was likely trying to sound similar to its namesake Q, the conspiracy theory central figure who had posted on the message board site 8kun, but had gone silent between December 2020 and this past June. Oh my God, listen. Oh my God, 8chan, 8kun, whatever you want to call it. You know who else is involved with that? Fred Brennan. That's right, Fred Brennan, the guy who likes to sell child exploitive sexual material or, promote that on his website. You know that guy? Yeah. Hard to believe anybody would think that's a normal human being, but there's a lot of people out there that do. It makes me sad too. Like I think of Taylor Jennings, who really loved Fred Brennan and used to be a friend of mine. And I just miss Taylor. I miss the old Taylor. I miss the way we were friends. Like that makes me sad, but I can't be friends with someone who supports child sexual exploitation material. I just can't do it. But I miss him. I miss the old Taylor when he was not scooped up in sexual predators. I don't know. It just makes me sad. The account began to promote QAnon not long after it was created and was likely trying to sound. Oh, wait, I already read that. Shortly after, Patel and Truth Social CEO and bestie Devin Nunes started promoting the account. Patel served as a senior advisor to Nunes when the latter was a member of Congress. See, they've been friends for a lot of times. I know, it used to be fun, right? Remember that? It used to be fun with them. I know, gal. It's weird. I don't know. It just makes me sad. Shortly after, Patel and Truth and there has been reporting that he may have been removed from the Truth Social board. What? Well, apparently not. He also served in the Trump administration as chief of staff to the acting secretary of defense. Well, get ready. Oh, don't look up Fred Brennan. Don't look it up. No, don't look it up. Yeah, exactly. He had a lot to offer, and now he's just a ragey guy. I don't know. It's really sad. Really sad. Don't look up. Don't Google that. Don't Google that. Don't Google that. Suffice to say, he's a pornographer of children. I don't know. That's all I can really say. Around the same time, QAnon influencers discovered that the account and hyped it, believing it was connected to the 8kun Q. In late February, Patel posted that he was having a beer with Q right now with a tagged... Yeah, Jane, it's not. Suffice to say, he's a pornographer of children. Does that make sense? Yeah. With a tagged photo showing a person's arm in a flannel shirt the same day, the Truth Social Q account wrote that it was cashing out with cash, including a photo of someone in a cashed out shirt holding a beer. Oh, February 24th, 2022, having a beer with Q right now. Patel's and Q's posts further excited the QAnon community, who took out the account so seriously that a site aggregated Q posts began to include posts from the Truth Social Q. But he apologized. He's reformed. No, he's not. He's not. And if you ever supported that, I don't understand who you are. But yeah, it makes me sad when people turn. I think about the good old days of laughing with friends. And it's just not the same. Makes me sad. It's all right. Well, maybe someday. Maybe someday we'll reconnect on better terms. Maybe. Patel's, let's see. Okay. Patel's interactions with Q also caused a new trend in the QAnon community. One of Q's posts in late February, apparently featuring a photo of Patel's arm in a flannel shirt, claimed that it was having a Flannel Friday birthday celebration with cash. Some apparent Truth Social employee accounts supporting QAnon pushed this trend and engaged with users who are excited about them representing us anons. Since then, the QAnon community has celebrated Flannel Friday, with one user calling it evidence that Truth Social loves anons. Oh. Meanwhile, Patel continued to interact with Q, such as writing that he and former Trump Deputy Chief of Staff Dan Scavino needed to throw back a few MAGA-inspired loggers with Q. Wow, they were really up in Q, I guess. Scavino has repeatedly seemed to wink at QAnon supporters with his social media content. Really? Patel also tagged Q when someone claimed that he had secretly mentioned Q during a Fox News appearance. @Q has also claimed that Patel signed a copy of his book for it. Patel also joined in on Flannel Friday trend, invoking it in response to a Q post. And when he appeared on the Tim Fool's show in May, Patel bragged about how the trend had become a massive thing online. This guy's just dying to be like a massive thing online. Patel bragged, blah, blah, blah. He claimed that the trend was due to the Q account on Truth Social and said he was not going to get into whether that account is the real Q. Well, how does he know? He also mentioned that the photo of his flannel clad arm that Q posted turned into Flannel Fridays because I was having a beer and wearing a flannel shirt. It's all about me, everybody.
All right, Murph Tries says, Cash, are you still going to be doing Flannel Friday during the summer months?
So you know what that's from, right? This is hilarious.
No,
on Truth Social, there's a Q account. Whether or not it's the real Q, I'm not going to get into. But
I'm not going to get into.
Me and said person were running around South Florida, and we took a picture of my sleeve and a beer in front of it, and we posted a truth that said,
you took a picture of your sleeve?
A beer with Q. And it turned into Flannel Fridays because I was having this beer, and I was wearing a flannel shirt. And now it's this massive thing on online. Now the memes have gotten.
So is he saying that he's just saying that is Q? I run around with Q. I can't believe this. He is desperate to be something important. Yes, gal, perfect.
Out of control. But yeah, we could do Flannel Fridays for you.
Memes are good.
Yeah.
Flannel's nice.
It's comfy.
Yeah.
Flannel Fridays. And Patel's catering to the QAnon community has gone beyond the Q account. In July, he posted an image featuring a flaming Q on Truth Social, and starting in at least April, he went on numerous QAnon supporting shows to promote Truth Social, urging viewers to join the platform, praising hosts for being on the platform, and promising to promote the hosts there. On one of the shows, Patel spoke positively of QAnon followers, saying, whether it's the Qs of the world, who I agree with some of what he does, and I disagree with some of what he does, if it allows people to gather and focus on the truth and the facts, I'm all for it. Iggy says, Cash has read all the JFK files and the whole 9/11 report. He's going to release them both, apparently. Yeah, he really wants to release a bunch of documents. Beep, 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 beep. There's good that he's done. There's bad that he's done. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And encourage QAnon supporters to just join the platform. On yet another show in June, Patel went even further, saying of QAnon, we try to incorporate it into our overall messaging scheme to capture the audiences, because whoever that person is has certainly captured a widespread breadth of the MAGA and the America First movement. So he's basically making Q real. He's making Q real. I mean, unless he was running around with Mike Flynn. And so what I try to do with anything Q or otherwise is you can't ignore that group of people that has such a strong, dominant following. Yeah, so did the KKK. This guy is a fucking asshole. In that interview, Patel also said of QAnon, there's a lot of good to it. And he agreed with the co-host that said Q has been right on so many things. This should be disqualifying, saying, I agree with you. He should get credit for all the things he's accomplished because it's hard to establish a movement. Let's call it that, because that's what it is. And he's put out so many names, not just mine, but he's put out so many great American figures who have been out there pounding, like the Johnny Ratcliffes of the world, the Whitakers, the Grinnells, all these folks that were in the Trump administration that people barely knew about. Oh, no, we know. They know in large part because he was able to put out their work.
When you talk about the conspiracies and things like that, sometimes it's hard for us to even wade through what is a conspiracy and not true, and what is real in this world, because we are following. Well, of course, we call ourselves truthers. But I know that when I watch Trump up there on stage at a rally, I noticed that there are a whole lot of Qs on shirts and things like that. I know that the number 17 means a whole lot to us. Does any of that mean anything to you in your real life?
No, look, I think people are having fun with Q. And I think also that, I don't really follow him. We try to incorporate it into our overall messaging scheme to capture audiences, because whoever that person is has certainly captured a widespread breadth of the MAGA and the America First movement. And so what I try to do is what I try to do with anything, Q or otherwise,
right,
is you can't ignore that group of people that has such a strong, dominant following. But what you can do is educate them on what is true versus what is, a conspiracy theory, or what
really?
is a waste of time. And I'll give you a great example. And some people don't like hearing it from me, but they're like, hey, how do we get President Trump back in office? I'm like, well, in 2024, you put him back in office by winning. They're like, well, can't we get him back in now? And I'm like, no. I'm sorry. You know, like even if tomorrow there was a recount and it all went away the way that so many of us thought it was going to go in President Trump's favor, there's literally no mechanism on planet Earth that would allow him to be put back in the Oval Office. I mean, look, I wish it wasn't true. I wish there was another way to do it. I mean, but that's the reality. So I have those tough conversations in programs, whether it's yours or whoever. And when I go to live speaking events, a lot of people bring up Q and a lot of these other theories. And I'm like, look, there's a lot of good to a lot of it. But if we don't unite on the one thing that we want, which is America First candidates, be President Trump or senators or governors or attorney generals, then we're going to fail. You saw what happened in 2020 when we did not have the right state attorney generals marching for us, when we did not have the right governors marching for us, when we did not have the right elected representatives marching for us in the halls of Washington. And so that's what I try to remind people. I'm like, there's a lot of good there, but we also got to go out there and try to quell some of the people who have been fed these conspiracy theories, but more importantly, they've been fed them to believe them that they're actually true and accurate. And I try to dispel them as best as I can by coming on platforms where you have great viewerships. Like,
is that what you call this?
You know, Q had a whole lot of really wonderful things to say about you back 2018 and before.
Why?
Before we even knew who you were, had heard you. You were kind of behind the scenes. And then to me, all of a sudden, you have just come out on the scene almost like it was a planned event. You know, almost like it was Cash Patel's time to get out there
like a planned
and tell
event.
the truth. You know, and that's things we look at that we've heard from Q. And it's hard for us to understand. I can hear exactly what you're saying, but it's hard for us to understand. Wow, okay, we're hearing what we're hearing, but Q has been so right on so many things. I'll get off that subject.
Which things?
No, he has, and I agree with you.
Which
he
things?
Has. He has, and you got to harness that following that Q has garnered, and just sort of tweak it a little bit. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he should get credit for all the things he has accomplished because it's hard to establish a movement. Let's call it that because it's what it is. And he's put out so many names, not just mine, but he's put out so many great American figures who have been out there pounding, like the Johnny Ratcliffes of the world, the Whitakers, the Grinnells, all these folks that were in the Trump administration that people barely knew.
Shut up. Shut up. In reality, QAnon is a categorically false conspiracy theory that has been tied to multiple acts of violence and and is Mike Flynn's operation to mindfuck the country. And it worked. Including the January 6th insurrection, and multiple government agencies have issued internal warnings of domestic terrorism about QAnon supporters. Yeah, it was a movement created by Michael Flynn and it worked. Sorry. Are you shocked? Patel was not the sole figure in Truth Social's leadership that apparently saw the QAnons as an important group for platform's growth. I mean, the QAnon is... Okay, I can't even read this anymore. Okay. Soon after Q was created, the platform CEO, Devin Nunes, responded to the account writing, "Who is Q?" Some QAnon influencers noticed the post and took it as evidence for the account's legitimacy. Nunes subsequently tagged the account in multiple posts, including suggesting Q was probably hanging out with Scavino and Patel. Is he outing everybody? Is he outing everyone basically here? Nunes is so dumb that I definitely could see Nunes saying too much. Nunes has also amplified content from Q Research, the 8kun message board. Oh, so Nunes is spending time on 8chan? Are you kidding me? That Q posts on, and it has been recorded holding up a business card that he received from QAnon influencer Jeffrey Peterson, known online as In the Matrix. In the Matrix, haven't they had a change of heart? I don't know all the story about that, but haven't they had a change of heart? Like they're not Q followers anymore. Am I right about that? Afterward, Peterson's show, Patel promised Peterson that he would try and get Nunes on the show. Thank you, Devin. Nunes and Patel's patterns of activity have not gone unnoticed by QAnon supporters. In June, a QAnon influencer said that Nunes and Patel were playing with us and were giving me so much hope, adding that Nunes and Patel's action meant that QAnon supporters were one step removed from talking with Donald Trump. Another QAnon influencer then responded, I remember when Q people were the booger pickers of the internet. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, yeah, always the same people. Matt Gaetz submitted a bill in the House that came from HN. So, yeah, it's always the same people. Oh, my God. You're still booger pickers. There's nothing cool about you. We were dorks. We were, nobody liked us. Nobody wanted to play with us. Slowly but surely, people started to come on board. And now I've totally seen the tide turn, especially with True Social.
Well, I hope something hits before the midterms, and I hope you're right, because for those of us who've been doing this for 55, 56 months, dude, we're tired.
Oh.
And I'm a little bit afraid, to be honest with you. I'm old. But I will tell you, there's things that have been happening the last few months that are giving me so much hope. Whoever these true patriots are, and I'm going to say Scavino, Devin Nunes, Bobby McNeely from True Social, and General Flynn, they're starting to play with us. They clearly know who we are. And that's why Kash Patel's been showing up on all of these shows from just ordinary people like you, John. And
not like me, no.
Well, in the Matrix, and I mean,
ordinary.
Oh, that's in the Matrix?
Not showing up on my show yet, but
he's showing up on shows just
that's in
like
the Matrix?
yours, which are just ordinary folks like us trying to do the right things, and they're showing up and they're playing with us. My friend Chris hit the nail on the head. He goes, "Oh my gosh, we are literally one step removed from talking with Donald Trump." And I said, "You're 100% right." And you guys remember when Q went radio silent, who picked up the slack? Dan Scavino.
It's funny because I remember when the Q people were the booger pickers of the
Patel
internet.
Patriot
and,
from Badlands.
There was nothing cool about it. We were dorks. We were, nobody liked us. Nobody wanted to play with us. Slowly but surely, people started to kind of come on board.
Nobody
and now
wants to play with
I've
you.
totally seen the tide turn, especially with True Social.
Uh-oh. Trouble in paradise. Even an apparent denial from Q on its authenticity has not been enough to stop the QAnon community from giving it attention. Soon after its flannel post in February, the account wrote, Q's just a harmless nickname, just a fake Q having fun trolling the fake news with Kash. But let's keep Flannel Friday. Despite that post, QAnon influencers still claim that the account was significant because of its posts and its interactions with Patel and Nunez, and continued to focus on its activity over the following months. Truth Social has shown support for the QAnon community in other ways as well. It has verified numerous QAnon influencers, and Trump himself has repeatedly amplified QAnon accounts on the platform. It's not first right-wing social media platform to see the QAnon community as a way to increase its user base. Gab, the Nazi social media platform known for its white nationalist user base and Nazis, tried to get QAnon supporters to join the platform, which many did following Twitter's crackdown. And Q itself appears to understand Truth Social's plan. In March, it told the QAnon supporter that Truth Social would be the new social media home for millions. Well, apparently not. Apparently that's not right. That's not real. Oh my God. Holy buttfuck. Here's the thing about QAnon for me. Okay, this is what I see as someone who I think watches a fair amount of right-wing media and watches the people that then consume that media and poop it out their buttholes. So as someone who watches from the top to the bottom of this sewer system of media, if you will, what I see is that QAnon is now mainstreamed. Now, you might still bristle a little bit at the baby drinking, whatevers. But the fundamental tenets of Q and the QAnon phenomena, those tenets have now become mainstream in right-wing politics and right-wing policy. So the mission of mindfuck that Mike Flynn spearheaded, which included these Q drops, that mindfuck worked. So QAnon hasn't gone away. QAnon is alive and well. and it's embedded in Project 2025. It's embedded in these cabinet picks. So, for anyone who seems to think that somehow it was a LARP or a this or a that, I I painfully disagree with you. Because from what I'm seeing, and I see it every day, the parroting of components of QAnon and its enmeshment with right-wing policy and worldviews. Yeah. So, yeah, Mike Flynn, arrest Mike Flynn. It's really, it's just incredibly sad to me that there's not transparency on who the planners of the insurgency were. That is still a relevant insurgency today because it just delivered to us an autocratic regime who will be at minimum inept and at maximum despotic. And meantime, all the people who don't deserve anything, don't deserve any of the pain, are going to get the most of the pain. Digital soldiers became citizen journalists with the explicit intent to destroy the mainstream media forever. Yeah. And it kind of worked. It kind of worked. Yeah. Insert the quote about believing absurdities and committing atrocities. You're right, Max. I mean, it's just, this is so woefully human, right? Just repeating these mistakes and allowing people to get away with things and all that, and what we've done in this country to hide our sins and just ignore that. We didn't take it seriously, I think. Or we did. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought a whole different set of politics was at play as I was off social media and not understanding some of these relationships. And because the media didn't report on them, and I think the media actually, and the media management and the ownership of media and the lack of fairness doctrine and the lack of guardrails around disinformation, I firmly believe that one of the primary reasons we're here is disinformation. I really believe that, and you just can't convince me otherwise. I think that disinformation is what made all the other stuff possible. Because for the people who are really susceptible to the disinformation, they gulped it up. And now their disinformation is reinforced because the people who gave them the disinformation are in power. So, a lot of work to do. The far left people who were third position people who were hanging out on Chan boards were covering QAnon as a joke. That's how it started. That's why no one took it seriously. That was intentional. I believe that. I believe that. KFAB, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, third position is really an interesting concept. I don't know. I don't understand not voting for the best outcomes for everybody. I just don't. I'll never understand that. And I understand that you must think that you're doing that, right? Somehow in your brain, you must think you're doing the right thing for everybody, right? So where's the gap? Where's like the breakdown of and I'm not saying anything is a panacea, right? Electing a Democrat is not a panacea. but my goodness, it's a far sight better than what we'll find ourselves in. You know what I mean? Like those things to me, those kinds of conversations. Ay, ay, ay. Something happy. No, I don't. It's all right. Anyway. Tonight we're having a movie. I still haven't picked the movie. I gotta pick a movie for tonight. I need a fun movie. that everyone will like. AP News, Russia. Oh my God. I was watching Lavrov's interview with Tucker Carlson this morning. Have you guys seen that? Have you seen that? Starship Troopers is a fun depiction of happy fascists. Oh, yeah, we should do that because we watched Galaxy Quest last week. We should do Starship Troopers tonight. That's a great idea. Want to do that? Is that a good idea? Or are you being... Detour is a reliable film noir, only 1 hour. Ooh, well, maybe we'll do that. We'll do both. I want to do a double interview. Oh, it's bad, gal. I mean, I kind of want to watch it, but I don't want people to watch it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I want to watch that too. Oh, and here's another thing. Hey guys, you know what's coming up? We have a treat from you from the Gal Squad. The Gal Squad is going to be doing. We're going to record it, so we're not going to do it live. But the Gal Squad is going to do a reaction to Patty Burns' film about himself. That's right. We're going to do an on-screen reaction to Patty Burns' film. That's going to come out in the next couple weeks. That's going to be funny. I can guarantee it. Because these ladies are fucking funny. Oh, how about Saw 6? That's a great idea. Oh, I'm more a fan of Saw 5. Or Saw 10. I don't know. But yeah, we should watch the Lavrov thing. Let me entertain you. Well, I'm going to read this because I want to read this. Thank you, Gal. This is from Gal. It is after Trump's win. Russian disinformation aims to drive a wedge between the U.S. and Ukraine. And boy, are they doing it. As President Joe Biden uses his final days in office to boost Ukraine's defenses, Russia is playing a different game, spreading disinformation aimed at eroding U.S. support for Ukraine before Donald Trump's return to the White House next month. Since the U.S. election on November 5th, the Kremlin has used state-run media and its networks of fake news sites and social media accounts to push divisive narratives about the war and America's Republican president-elect. Analysts say the content translated into English for American audiences is intended to turn sentiment against Ukraine at a pivotal time, with the hope of reducing U.S. military assistance and ensuring a Russian victory. Oh, Econ Lessons talks about this. Ooh. Recent examples include fake videos supposedly showing Ukrainian soldiers burning effigies of Trump or his supporters. One clip depicts soldiers saying Trump must not be allowed to take office and should never be president again. Multiple researchers have debunked the video, noting telltale signs of digital manipulation. A different video claims to show Ukrainian soldiers firing at a mannequin wearing a red Make America Great Again hat and a Trump campaign shirt. That video was analyzed and determined to be fake by private analysts and Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation. Oh, a government agency that tracks Kremlin propaganda. Well, what do you know? They have an agency for that. Other versions, just as fake, depict Ukrainian soldiers burning Trump books or calling him a coward. Wham! In the weeks after the election, the clip spread far beyond Ukraine and Russia, circulating among Trump supporters and believers in QAnon, the conspiracy theory that claims Trump is fighting a war against a satanic cabal and powerful world leaders and Hollywood celebrities. It's part of Russia's continued push to divide Americans over the nearly 3-year war in Ukraine and paint Ukrainians as unreliable, dishonest allies, according to analysts who have tracked Russian disinformation and propaganda since the war began. By discouraging American support for Ukraine, the Kremlin is hoping to cut off the most vital source of military assistance that has kept Ukrainian hopes alive since Russia invaded in February 2022. Early in the war, Russian propagandists portrayed Ukrainian leaders as corrupt and self-serving. Russian state media claimed Ukraine's leaders held Nazi sympathies, even though President Volodymyr Zelensky is Jewish, or were involved in clandestine bioweapons research that Moscow sought to tie to the COVID-19 pandemic. Each false claim was used to justify Russia's invasion. It's planted by the Russians, this idea that Ukraine is so corrupt it shouldn't even be a state, and we are the right people to be running this place, said Rupert Smith, a retired British general and former NATO Deputy Supreme Commander, who now leads a Brussels-based consulting firm called Sovol Partners. Now, this is being used as an excuse for not supporting Ukraine. The fake video claiming to show Ukrainian soldiers firing on the Trump mannequin spread on platforms such as X, Telegram, and YouTube, getting an early boost from pro-Kremlin news sites before migrating to ones popular with Americans, according to an analysis by researchers at NewsGuard, a firm that tracks disinformation. Oh, I have to look at their website. Some versions of the video were created long before the election. What are you doing? My cat's like threatening to drink my coffee. Within days, Past Off is more recent. Within days, the video was receiving hundreds of thousands of views and had been translated into several languages besides Russian and English, including German, Chinese, and Polish, NewsGuard found. According to U.S. intelligence, Russia sought to support Trump in the presidential election, believing he would reduce American backing for Ukraine. Oh, you think? And perhaps the NATO alliance. I don't know. The incoming president has praised Putin, criticized U.S. military aid to Ukraine and NATO, and promised to end the war in 24 hours. Comments that appear to suggest he would press Ukraine to surrender territory now occupied by Russia. Well, apparently so are we. In response to questions about Russia's role in spreading disinformation about Ukraine, a spokesperson for the Russian embassy in Washington referred to past statements rejecting any involvement. In the time it has left, the Biden administration has urged Ukraine to quickly increase the size of its military by drafting more troops and has stepped up weapons shipments while forgiving billions in loans provided to Kyiv. So far, the White House has pushed more than $56 billion in security assistance to Ukraine and expects to send billions more before Biden leaves office on January 20th. It's easy to understand Russia's motives in trying to cut off that supply of aid, said Joshua Tucker, a New York University professor and Russia expert who studies online disinformation. What's harder to gauge, he said, is the effectiveness of Russian disinformation, especially on social media platforms already crowded with false, bizarre, and debunked claims. Hello. One reason that Russia may persist with disinformation targeting Americans is the relative ease and affordability of such operations compared with diplomatic or military alternatives. Russia likely sees disinformation as part of a long-term effort. You think? To undermine America's global leadership by dividing its people and undermining support for its institution. You think they likely see it that way? Tucker said. Whether the topic is immigration, the government, the U.S. economy, or the war in Ukraine, he said, the goal remains the same and goes beyond one election cycle or one candidate. I think what they really were hoping for is a contested result with lots of people out in the streets arguing the election wasn't legitimate, Tucker said. If they couldn't have that, however, Russia's disinformation agencies will keep pushing narratives that they believe will inflame Americans and boost their chances in Ukraine, Tucker said. I think that's it. Oh, look at that beautiful tree. Ah! Sorry. Yeah, I know. I don't really want us to watch it. Do you guys want to watch the Tucker interview with Lavrov? It's going to make you mad. It made me mad this morning. I don't know. What do you think? Not sure. Don't scare us. Elizabeth! Welcome back, babes. How you doing? Don't scare us. I know. I know. Ah! It's Tulsi. Oh my God. Let me see if I can even find it. It's kind of an interesting It's kind of an interesting interview, unfortunately. I don't know. Let me see where I found it. No, we can go through it and clip it. Let's do that. Oh, that's a great idea. Nope, that's actually great. I like that better. There's something stopping me from showing this video. And I think it's that for that very reason, that I'd rather not just introduce people to it. I'd rather, clip it and debunk it. Yeah, I think that's smarter. Thank you, Gal. I needed that affirmation. Because it's pretty disturbing. I don't know. It was very disturbing. And by design. It was disturbing by design. So, anyway. All right. So here's what we're going to do, folks. I'm going to wrap it now, but let me tell you something really important. We'll tee up the facts and we'll combat that. That's right. Boom, 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 boom. Tonight, waiting for tonight. Oh. Can't sing today. Anyway, the point is tonight we're going to have movies. Movies. And it's going to start I'm going to start it at 6 o'clock Pacific, which is 9 o'clock Eastern. I'll put up all this information. 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. And I think what we're going to watch is Starship Troopers. And then I also have a documentary that I kind of promised people we'd watch, which is Brainwashing of My Dad. I don't know. We can decide. Maybe we need to keep it light and airy on Fridays, right? Like maybe we don't need documentaries on Fridays. Actually, I changed my mind. We're not going to watch that documentary. But if you want to think, actually, you had said a movie that was just 1 hour long, right? Oh, Detour, Max. Maybe what we'll do. Okay, so first at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, et cetera, we're going to watch Starship Troopers. And then after that, we're going to watch Detour, which is a film noir recommended by Max. So two movies, double feature tonight, starting at 6 and 9 on your Friday. Spend your Friday night with me, Lolo. Well, not really me because I'm not on screen or anything like that. It's not really that. But anyway, you know what I mean. All right. Thank you so much for coming this morning. Sorry about technical difficulties as always. As always. Oh, did you see the new video? Did you see the new video I put out? Hold on just a minute. Let me show you. It's so happy. This video makes me so happy. So thank you all. Wait, hold on. Don't go. Well, I mean, you can go if you want to. I mean, obviously. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on.
Rocking round the lounge, shutting the fascists down. Finding the facts so fast, we make the fun times last at Lolo's Lounge. Lolo's Lounge.
Something else is talking.
The best damn friends in the whole damn town.
I don't know what's talking.
Rocking around the lounge, shutting the fascists down. Finding the facts so fast, we make the fun times last at Lolo's Lounge. Lolo's Lounge, the best damn friends in the whole damn town.
Oh, nice! Wicked, that's fun. Woo! All right. Dancing, folding the laundry. I know, I love that. That song makes me happy. I wrote the words. Oh, you saw it last night. Theme song loud in my vehicle. And the words are, let me tell you what the words are. Rocking around the lounge, shutting the fascists down, finding facts so fast, we make the fun times last at Lolo's Lounge. Lolo's Lounge, the best damn friends in the whole damn town. That's right. It was for you. It's for you. I love you. I know, right? Glad Harry Connick can still get work. I love you. Lemons and cinnamon for everybody. Tomorrow on the lounge, not only are we doing trivia, but I'm making a gingerbread house on camera. So you don't want to miss the holiday lounge tomorrow. Yum, yum. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for making my Friday morning so great. And I hope I see you tonight at the movies and tomorrow night for the gingerbread house and the trivia. But if I don't, I hope you're having a great time doing whatever you're doing, not being in our chat, but we'll miss you very much. Okay. Have a great Friday, everybody. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it as always.